to the news at 3 this afternoon. Rivers Police Command bust car theft syndicate, recovered 22 stolen vehicles. NDLA, India partner to curb illicit tramadol codeine shipments. Plus, West African Examination Council appealed for calm over portal shutdown. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. River State Police Command, in a major intelligence-led operation, has successfully dismantled a sophisticated car theft syndicate operating across multiple states in Nigeria. The operation led to the arrest of 12 male suspects and recovery of 22 stolen vehicles. A statement by the police public relations officer SP Ringekoko said the case began in September 2024 after a report by Enoch Daniel, who was dispossessed of his Toyota Hiace bus at Trailer Park on Earth. She said swift investigations by the Command C4I, Strike Force and Octopus team led to the arrest of John Amadi from Ogubodo and Nna Goodluck from Kana local government area, respectively. Both ex-convicts confessed that they were hired by one gospel opera to snatch the vehicle using hammers and were paid 90,000 naira each. Sir SP Iringekoko said further investigation extended to Obigbo, Kano, and Akwa Ibom, resulting in the arrest of key suspects including Yakubu Abdullah, Abdul Karim Saminu, and Adamu Musa. The syndicate is coordinated by Falco Ibrahim, currently at large, whose network spans Rivers, Anambra, Taraba, Enugu, Borno, Kano, Delta, and Akwa Ibom states. The PPRO added that all suspects will be charged to court upon the conclusion of investigations, while efforts will continue for the arrest of the ringleader and other fleeing accomplices. The statement noted that River State Police Command remains committed to the safety and security of all residents, while calling on residents to remain calm, vigilant, and support the police with credible information. Away from that, Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Muhammad Ali Pate, has called for a new vision for global health that places Africa at the core of future governance, trade, financing, and innovation. Speaking at the Africa Health Sovereignty Summit in Accra, Ghana, Professor Pate challenged existing frameworks that reduced global health to a narrow set of diseases or priorities largely shaped by external narratives. He said global health is often described through lens of a few priority issues like HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis, or through specific areas such as health financing or maternal and child health. The minister explained that most health progress in lower income countries over the past 25 years has deepened on domestic financing and local leadership, with donor support playing a complementary role. He warned that shifting geopolitics and nationalist tendencies demand a recalibration by tracing the evolution of global health to two contrasting legacies. The minister noted that the continuity of structural inequalities, despite efforts ranging from the Bandung Conference in 1955 and the Al-Amata Declaration of 1978 to global debt initiatives and public health commissions. Professor Pate warned of fragmentation of dwindling resources despite these structural flaws and the emergence of over 70 global health partnerships like the Global Fund, Gavi, and SHEPI. Moving on, the West African Examination Council, WAEC, has come under renewed fire following the temporary shutdown of its result checker portal, a move it attributed to technical issues. The announcement, posted via WAEC's official X handle, sparked fresh criticism as many Nigerians continue to express outrage over the poor performance recorded in the 2025 West African Senior School Certificate Examination, particularly in English language. According to the announcement, WAEC informs the public that the result checker portal at waecdirect.org is temporarily shut down due to technical issues. However, the council is working assiduously to ensure that candidates are able to access the results in the next 24 hours. The notice has further fueled speculation and public discontent over the examination body's credibility, especially after the announcement that only 38.32% of the 1,969,313 candidates who sat for the 2025 WASI obtained credits and above in 5 credits, including English language and mathematics, the worst performance recorded in a decade. Across social media platforms, many candidates and concerned Nigerians pointed fingers at WAEC's logistic failures, especially the delayed conduct of the English language paper, which reportedly held late into the night at many centers on May 28. Meanwhile, WAEC is yet to issue any further clarification on the English language grading or respond to the growing demands for a review of the affected scripts. The Minister of Foreign Affairs has confirmed that the United States is set yet to reverse its recently imposed visa restrictions on certain Nigerian citizens despite diplomatic appeals from the federal government. Spokesman for the ministry, Kinyebi Ebienfa, told newsmen that engagements are ongoing, but the policy is yet to be reversed so far. The development means the visa restrictions may remain in place as the United States have not provided a formal response to Nigeria's request for a review. The U.S. government revised its visa reciprocity schedule for Nigeria, limiting the validity of certain non-immigrant visas, including B1 and B2 business and tourism, F student, and J exchange visitor categories to just 3 months with single entry access. The federal government, in a statement issued last month, expressed concern over the disproportionate response by Washington. It described the move as inconsistent with the principles of equity and reciprocity expected between friendly nations. The government also warned changes could adversely affect legitimate travelers, including students, professionals, and families. The statement called for a reconsideration of sanctions, urging the U.S. to act in the spirit of mutual respect and long-standing bilateral relations between the two countries, while acknowledging the U.S. Sovereign right to set its immigration policies. The federal government maintained that the decision could strain cultural and educational exchange that had historically been a pillar of U.S.-Nigeria relations. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLA, and the Narcotics Control Bureau of India have agreed to intensify efforts in combating the shipment of illicit drugs between the two countries. This particularly concerns the illegal flow of opioids such as tramadol and codeine-based syrup into Nigeria from the South Asia country. This was part of the agreements reached during a virtual meeting between NDLA Chairman, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, and the Director General of NCB, Anurag Gag, in Abuja. In a statement by the NDLA spokesman, Marwa noted that threats posed to public health and security by illicit drugs in both Nigeria and India. He emphasized the need to strengthen the existing partnership between the NDLA and NCB based on the Memorandum of Understanding signed by both agencies in 2023. The NDLA boss also asked the NCB to assist with specialized training. In his response, the NCB boss, Anurag Garg, said it was essential for the two agencies to strengthen their partnership as the drug problem cuts across international borders, and assured of their readiness to share knowledge, intelligence, and experience with the NDLA in several areas of interest. This is Rstv News at 3. Do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can always watch Rstv News on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also click on our notification bell for update on our live feeds. And in part 2 after the break, Ghana declares 3 days national mourning following deadly crash. And in sports, CHAN 2024, Chile cautions Super Eagles but B against early home return. And on entertainment, Afrobeat artist Davido celebrates sold-out shows on 5 Alive Tour. Details of these and more when we return from the break. Stay with us.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happens with good laws,
Proper funding,
Training.
And cooperation.
if it happens,
If it happens.
If it happens.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
You're welcome back. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has intervened in the conversations about genetically modified organisms, GMOs, assuring Nigerians that GMO foods are safe and need proper labeling. NAFDAC's Director General, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, who confirmed this on Thursday, said proper labeling of GMO foods by marketers is essential for the consuming public. The NAFDAC chief said National Biosafety Management Agency is the agency charged with ensuring the safety of foods and foods that have GMOs, adding that NAFDAC will work in collaboration with them. While NAFDAC has a role to play in the monitoring and certification of food items consumed in the country, Professor Adeyeye said other agencies at the state level had a part to play in such issues. The National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency had in last month allayed fears over the safety of GMO foods. The agency's Director General, Abdullahi Mustafa, told members of the House of Representatives press corps that GMO crops are key to tackling the country's food challenges and boosting agricultural productivity, among others, in Nigeria. Ghana has opened investigations into the crash of a military helicopter that killed all 8 people aboard, including the West African country's defense and environment minister and other top officials. The country has also declared 3 days of national mourning from Thursday, and all flags are to fly at half-mast during the period. Sharon Iro brings us this and other foreign stories.
The Defense Minister Edward Omani Boma and Environment Minister Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed were killed, as well as Sanon Sapong, Vice Chair of the National Democratic Congress ruling party, Muniru Mohammed, a top national security advisor, and the 4 crew members. Muniru Mohammed is expected to be buried on Thursday in Muslim tradition. Mourners gathered at the bomber's residence as well as the party's headquarters, and Ghana's government described the crash as a national tragedy. Reporters say the aircraft was a Z9 helicopter that is often used for transport and medical evacuation. The cause of the deaths is still unknown. The Ghanaian military said the helicopter took off from the capital Accra and was heading northwest into the interior towards the gold mining area of the Obarsi in the Ashanti region when it went off the radar. The wreckage was later found in the Adansi area of Ashanti. Amid escalating tensions between Sudan and the United Arab Emirates, the Sudanese army said it had destroyed an Emirati plane at Smaila Airport in Darfur. It claims the aircraft took off from the Gulf and was carrying Colombian machineries and military equipment intended for the Rapid Support Forces, which controls the area. Khartoum has long accused the UAE of using Naila Airport to supply advanced weaponry to the paramilitary group with whom the army has been at war since April 2023. Meanwhile, Sudan says the UAE has banned these planes from landing at its airports. Kremlin official says a meeting between Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump has been agreed. The eve of the White House deadline for Moscow to show progress towards ending the 3-year-old war in Ukraine. Putin's foreign affairs advisor, Yuri Yushakov, said a summit could possibly take place next week at a venue that has been decided in principle. He brushed aside the possibility of Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky joining the summit, something the White House had said Trump was ready to consider. Putin has spurned Zelensky's previous offers of a meeting to clinch a breakthrough. It was not clear how the announcement of the meeting will affect Trump's Friday deadline for Russia to stop the killing or face heavy economic sanctions. The meeting will be the first US-Russia summit since 2021 when former President Joe Biden met Putin in Geneva. Next week is the target date for a summit, Ushakov said, while noting that such events take time to organize and no date is confirmed. Sharon Iro, Rstv Foreign News.
Well, that was Sharon Hero taking us through foreign reports. Moving on entertainment now, veteran Nollywood actor Jim Hike has expressed his views on modern feminism, describing it as a movement that has strayed from its original purpose and now borders on criminality. Dominion Allow Hasbro.
Jim Ike argued that while early feminist movements aimed to address real issues like patriarchy and gender imbalance, the current version has evolved into a distorted ideology that encourages unnecessary competition between the male and female gender. The 48-year-old actor claimed that modern feminism was strategically marketed by Women's Magazine as a sales tactic, which eventually transformed into a mindset that encourages women to reject men entirely. Nigerian singer and songwriter Skinero, born Ezekudo Tona Emmanuel, said his music is a voice for the marginalized and the overlooked in society. Speaking with reporters at a press conference in Abuja, the singer credited Afrobeat icon Wizkid as a major influence of his artistic journey. Born on October 6, 1998 in Lagos, Skinero blends Afrobeat, street pop, and raw emotional storytelling. His music career began in 2020 with the single Ewu, and he made his formal debut in 2025.
The way you wind that thing, baby girl, like Jenna Madu, the way you shake that thing, baby girl, like Jenna Madu.
Afrobeat superstar Davido has celebrated a major achievement in his ongoing 5 live concert tour, selling out 12 venues across North America. After a successful show at Merriweather Post Pavilion in Maryland, USA, Davido expressed his gratitude, attributing his success to his fate. The tour will conclude November 20th with a concert at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, where Davido will hold his annual away concert. Hollywood's talented actress Kelly Mack, known for her role in popular TV shows such as The Walking Dead and Chicago Med, has passed away aged 33. Mark, who was born Kenny Lebeno, died in her hometown of Cincinnati after a courageous fight against a rare brain tumor called glioma of the central nervous system. She also made a name for herself in the world of voiceover and commercials, appearing in ads for major brands. A memorial service will be held in Glendale Lyceum in Glendale, Ohio on August 16, 2025, and a separate celebration of life will take place in Los Angeles to honor Mark's remarkable contribution to the entertainment industry. Dominion Alao, Rstv Entertainment News.
Well, let's return back to the sporting world. In Sports Super Eagles midfielder Wilfred Ndidi will on Thursday undergo a medical procedure ahead of his £9.5 million move to Turkish club Besiktas. Sports correspondent Adnim Imo tells us more.
Leicester City and Besiktas reached an agreement for the transfer of Ndidi earlier this week, bringing an end to a protracted pursuit by the Istanbul club. The 28-year-old has agreed to a 3-year contract with an option for a fourth. Ndidi reportedly had offers from European clubs including Everton, Valencia and Real Betis, but the 28-year-old defensive midfielder chose to join Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's project in Istanbul. The breakthrough comes after Besiktas had initially struggled to meet Leicester's valuation, with the first bid of €7 million spread over 3 years being turned down by the English club. Former Belgium and KRC Genk goalkeeper Jackie McJanes believes Tolu Arokodare deserves a place in the starting lineup of Genk this season, despite the transfer speculation still hovering over him. Arokodare has only played a combined 40 minutes in 2 games this season, with South Korean Yeon Ugu starting ahead of him. The 24-year-old forward scored 21 league goals last season for Thorsten Fink's side, claiming the Belgian Pro League Golden Boot Award. Arokodare has been linked with Atlanta, Fulham, Newcastle, alongside Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund and VBF Stuttgart. Matthew Kuti has emerged as Nigeria's second highest ranked male table tennis player in the world, overtaking 2019 African Games champion Olajide Omotayo in the latest International Table Tennis Federation world ranking released for week 32 of 2025 season. Kuti climbed 6 places to 194th globally after his title-winning performance at the 2025 West Africa Regional Championships in Lagos, which earned him 75 ranking points. He also added 10 points from the ITTF World Championships finals in Doha and 4 from the WTT contender Lagos, bringing his total to 89 points. Meanwhile, Quadri Aruna reclaimed his position as Africa's top-ranked table tennis player, moving up 3 places to 21st with 1,185 points. Super Eagles head coach Eric Chell has challenged his players to enhance their performance or risk an early exit from the ongoing 2024 African Nations Championships taking place in Tanzania, Kenya and Uganda. Super Eagles B suffered a 1-0 defeat in their opening match of the championships against title holders Senegals at the Aman Stadium, Zanzibar, following a goal from Christian Kobe 15 minutes from time. Ahead of the crucial second match against Sudan next Tuesday, Chow urged his players to shift their mindsets and elevate their game mentally.
An attempt to power through here. The goalkeeper makes the cardinal mistake of getting out of the goal area. Here is a shot, it's in the net!
Adanim Imo, Rstv Sports News.
Well, that's it on the news, but just before we leave, do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is a task we must accomplish. You can always watch Rstv News on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for update on our live feeds. That's it on the news. Join us again at 7:30 while I'll bring you the world news. I am Solomon Nelson Braid. Good afternoon.
Rstv